Alright, so this video has to do with H.O.M.E, the program I haven't been wanting to start up. I've been trying to start up, trying to figure out how to go upon it. But it's called H.O.M.E, and it has to do with humanity of mankind's equality. Alright, that's what H.O.M.E stands for. H for humanity, O for of, M for mankind, and E for equality. Alright, and it pretty much has to do with bringing all the foundations of belief and morals and compass for the mind of man, bring all religions together, and in a nutshell, or at least ones that can actually work together, have a decent it has to like they have to prove that their end game aligns with everybody else's. Because I know it's kind of like having I have my map, my belief, all right, that leads me down my path, all right, but that might not be the same as somebody else's on their journey, on their path to finding who they are and their belief. All right, but if our end destination circles around peace, happiness, talk a little bit fantasy a little bit, but where our kids don't have to, do drugs or drugs aren't around and no crime. You don't have to worry about your kids being shut up in school. Politics, stick with running the country. That's it. You know, keeping the borders in line, keeping the money flowing in the country, so that we have income to pay and buy and sell product and merchandise materials, so we can keep the blood flowing through the country, so people can get jobs, so people can get paid for doing jobs, so rents get paid, you have money to pay the rent. So I think the government should fickle around with that kind of shit. But I think when it comes down to taxes, I think yeah, I mean, I'm not really for taxes, but I understand their necessity in a matter of speaking. I think they should maybe redone, but that would take a lot bigger aspects because it's not just our money. Like if we try to redo our taxes and how we accumulate money, then we'd have to recalculate it with everybody on how money is thought of, how the value, the wealth. You know, so I'm not saying this is gonna be easy, but um, and honestly, we need to come with not just religions, but countries, governments. Every form of balance out there between good and evil, rich and poor, economy and collapse, society, and everything that comes with society. Um, and I just think I mean, I started with the religion aspects because it's more like all the religions come together as one. I got my map of mainly pagan beliefs. I'm very collective. I don't really have a religion per se. I mean, I'm not really against or for any of them really. Um, but I think if we could just all come together and talk about leave. I think we can actually have a very balanced moral foundation of communication without bringing in our religious beliefs. Take what your books have taught you. Treat others as you want to be treated. Respect others. You know, um, don't put. I mean, I'm not gonna let you talk to me like I'm stupid, but I'm gonna show you respect and all that. And be like, don't talk like that. Or don't act like just what do we all want? What is the big picture that everybody wants? Um, and I just wish we could just find a way to bring all the religions together, and I guess maybe in a way bring all the governments together and come together and speak. Um, and, and just we all have to share this planet. Our beliefs we don't have to share. No offense, but I don't believe any. I mean, you got Hinduism, we got this, we got that, we got Christianity, we got Judaism or Jewish. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it. Right? But Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, Mormon. I mean, Satanist, satanic, pagan, Wiccan, Scientology. Um, but it's like, if we could just actually just come together, you got your shepherd and your flock the way, but in this field that we're all walking on and being herded, we all have to share. Nobody owns this planet, right? There's no God card that you can use to say, well, my God owns this planet, so our belief has to be the one that's followed, right? Nobody has it. Nobody has a God card, right? And I'm sorry, but nobody really knows whose belief is truth. Okay, you guys have your guys' blind faith. You guys have your theories, your um, myths and stories that you wholeheartedly believe in, but nobody knows 100%. I'm sorry, in my like a lot of shit, like there's no real evidence I can say like that any of them is right. Now, does that say that I don't believe that there's not something that created this, or maybe there was at one time something that created all this? No, I believe something, but I think it's actually also way past our understanding, because like I mean, there could be something up that made us, but where there's no way in hell that we'd be able to reach him in the fifth dimension to have a communication with him or her or it. To reach him in the fifth dimension to have a communication about why he made all this or why she made or why it. We don't even know if, like, is God a boy or girl. He's not of the physical realm. All right, so he has no gender. But he's always been portrayed with a very stern iron fist, but he's also been very compassionate, very loving, which has female and the male line. So I mean, is it just one person or is it two? Is it a bipolar God that very loving, very caring, but the next minute he wants to turn people into salt? All right, and I know that just goes based off of one religion. I mean, all the other ones. I mean, they're a lot more. There's a lot more to unpack, I think, in my opinion, to explain and understand all the others. Um, but I just wish we could just find a way to come together and a common goal, to build a world that we can all be proud of. I mean, if you have, I mean, you have different beliefs. That's fine. I mean, I don't. I mean, like I said, I don't think anybody has really the claim over my belief or my religion, my faith is the truth. You can you can believe that, and maybe you've been shown um, signs that are good enough for you to believe that this is true. I'm full heart, like, and I get that things line up just right, and pay off. I mean, I understand, that, but that might not be enough for me, just to take your word. And maybe I just missed the signs that he tried to show me that you're right. The religion, Christianity is truth. But I haven't, but I just wish everybody could just, in a nutshell, just shut up for a minute. Stop worrying about who's right, who's wrong, and somewhat the minor details of people's thought process, and just look at the bigger picture. We're here right now. We're on this planet right now. We built all of this. All right. Yes. Okay. All of this wouldn't be here if Adam and Eve didn't bite the fruit. Okay. Or whatever. But we're here now. The year is 2023. All right. It's almost 2024. All right. We built all this money that we need to survive off of, gasoline, and oil. We've learned how to dig it up and use it. Technology. We went to the moon. Medication. We've come a long way from learning fire and the wheel. All right, into automobiles. We took fire and wheels and made vehicles. All right, like we've come a long way. All of this is done by us, so it's in our hands to fix it. So I mean, if we can just stick with the basic foundation of morals, because I think I mean, like treat others as you'd want to be treated. have understanding and compassion and empathy, but that its foundation is based off of logic, reasoning, and facts. All right. My kindness is not a weakness for you to exploit. All right, just because I'm understanding, compassionate, doesn't mean I have to help. But if I can, and I think it's, I should, then I will. You know, so I just think like, yeah, like, if we can just take what the books, what the religions have taught us, minus the fairy tale stuff of heaven and hell. All right, that heaven and hell has to do with us after we die. All right, when we die, we get to go to heaven or hell, or being reincarnated, and we come back here. Yay! Um, but that's all after we're dead. We're trying to build a good life now. You know, like this is like like in a nutshell, like RPG fucking open world game. Like this life is pretty much our experience. You know, and or it's like more like Fallout New Vegas where they have that meter on if you're good or bad, and I mean, it's you're weighing out on learning about the world, right? And it's something when you die, it's kind of like graduation in a fucked up sense. You get to go and see if you graduated and get to go to heaven, or go take your GD down in hell. I mean, like honestly, um, but I mean, all that stuff has to do with when we die, when this life ends. That's when we have to hope we did good enough to get into heaven. So like right now, we need to focus on treating others with respect, compassion. Um, don't don't let wicked speak. I mean, I'm sorry if you're speaking out of phallus or false or lying or hypocrite or to to get out of something, you should be called out on it. All right, and we need to come to a time where we understand that yes, we are animals. Okay, so we all do have that primal instincts, you know, all that BS shit. All right, but our frontal lobe has also developed and evolved into where we have a more, consciousness and conscience and the ability to speak and formulate words to where we can have communications. I mean, yes, we did that back in the day, but I think there was a lot more. We picked up a lot of like we under we spoke like animals. Like we understood like that was a an angry face, like that was a serious face, or like come talk. Like we had our language then, but not like we do now. Um, I think it's really fucking hilarious about how we like to play. We're very civilized, but we don't act like it. I mean, where's the communication, the understanding of our neighbors, um, to try to understand somebody's belief and who they are and where they've come from, and not trying to convert them, you know, or change their look, or be a distraction, maybe in their path to their journey and their belief. Why does people have to like try to like, and no offense, but it's mainly religious based Christianity, um, Jehovah's Witness, Mormon, that typically um do the whole like trying to convert people. All right, they're the ones that mainly do it. Sorry, but that's true. You guys are the only ones that I really know of that stand around on Lakewood bus, transit place, and try to hand out flyers and talk to people, or come knock on people's doors. Like you guys are the only ones that try to convert people into your belief. I'm not saying convert people into your cult. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but that's pretty much what you're doing. Um, you guys get really, Jehovah's Witnesses get really snobby when you talk to them like you're talking to a Christian. Um, but I just wish we could just all just like look at the bigger picture, what we all want. I mean, we all have to share this planet, live together. for as long as we live, and then leave here and hope that our kids, live a good life, and can show your kids respect as they share this planet and have their own kids, and so on and so on and so on. I mean, I definitely do believe that having kids is the meaning of life. There is no other purpose on this planet. That is our meaning. To keep the human race going. All right, everything else is whatever, in a matter of speaking. And we're on the journey on finding who we are and why. I think there are probably other meanings to life, but I think that was the main one. To have children. And then to figure out why are we here, like why are we here? It's not to bicker and fight with each other. Seriously, really, is that all we're here for? Is that we try to one up on each other with beliefs, to hate each other because you're a different religion, to slander and bash somebody because of their culture and their race, even the sexuality. I'm not talking about the trans. Okay, lesbian, gays, and bisexuals, I don't have a problem with. Okay, I get it. Whatever, that I can work around with because it's still basically you just have a different preference, in my opinion. You're attracted to boys, all right. Or not boys, but men. Males are attracted to males, girls are attracted to girls, women, females. All right, whatever. And then you got the people right in the middle. Just know that the foundation of creation and biology has to do with men and women to keep the race here. All right, that's just basic biology. Men can't be women, women can't be men. Shut up. All right, that whole shit, whole non-binary crap, like and pronouns, that can just shut the hell up. All right, I'm not playing around anymore. All right, I'm done playing your delusional fucking BS shit. All right, and don't even try to take my videos down, YouTube, because I'm so sick of all you guys slandering me with is harassment and cyberbullying. All right, but now I'm trying to rant, and my little ones are driving my wife up the wall. So I'm gonna end that here. And if anyone wants to have a chit chat about my program, we need to come together, people. Men, women, black, white, religious, non-religious, poor, you know, 9 to 5 job. Like we need to come together and hash this out and figure out, because the system is swallowing us all up. The system is not here for us. We need to be here for each other. One love.